Cam, that's kind of the story that Sarah Spivey's been talking about all morning. Mist in our area, hit or miss showers throughout our viewing area, and it's going to happen throughout the weekend. She's going to break down that forecast for us in just a bit.
Good morning. It's 9 o'clock on this Saturday, March 16th. I know there's a lot of activities going on this weekend.
Yeah, it's the last Saturday of spring break. I know a lot of people are going to be out and about. We have the St. Patrick's festivities happening down at the Riverwalk. They're going to be dyeing the river in eco-friendly green at 11. And I just know a lot of people are wanting to go do their final hurrah of spring break.
But take an umbrella.
Right.
Exactly. I think that nails the forecast. Take an umbrella wherever you're going today, because this is kind of what we're going to be dealing with as we look over San Antonio right now. Really just some light rain pushing in at times, even a flash of lightning now for the south part of Bexar County. But further on down to the south for areas in Frio County, Atascosa County, even Karnes County. This is where we've really got that cluster of storms kind of just hanging out south of San Antonio through these areas, capable of some nickel-sized hail at times, penny to nickel-sized hail. It's really not propagating northward all that much, although we'll continue to watch it. I do hope that we get a little bit more of the heavier rain here in San Antonio just because we need the rain desperately. But again, the forecast has been calling for hit or miss showers and storms throughout the day. We've got a very interesting weather pattern in place where showers develop and move pretty randomly around the area. So it's hard to nail down an exact location, but we can give you a percentage. 40 to 50% coverage. 63 degrees outside right now, and visibility is less than a mile because of areas of fog and mist. So this weekend, again, 40% chance for a few showers and storms throughout the day today. High temperature of only 70 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're also going to see another opportunity for rain, mainly in the morning. So biggest thing I would like to communicate to folks is don't cancel your plans. Just bring your umbrella with you wherever you go. And the last thing is, if you do hear some thunder, remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. Have a plan to duck inside pretty quickly. Coming up, an updated look at the radar and what you can expect for next week as well. Erica.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, day 4 of the trial of a man accused in the death of 5-year-old Mercedes Lozoya ended abruptly after one of the defense attorneys needed medical attention.
We have a little break right now.
Defense attorney Teresa Connolly asked the judge to pause proceedings nearly an hour into testimony yesterday morning. She was taken to the hospital as a precaution. This happened as Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Kimberly Molina took the stand, who detailed the gruesome abuse and torture little Mercedes Lozoya suffered before she died.
Numerous injuries were identified upon the body, including contusions, which are bruises, abrasions, which are scratches, and a laceration, which is a skin tear. Specifically, the laceration was on the back of the head. The contusions and abrasions were scattered over the entirety of the body, most averaging around the size of an inch, but ranging up to about 4 inches.
The defense co-counsel cross-examined Dr. Molina before the jury was let go for the day. Jose Ruiz is charged with injury to a child in the death of Mercedes Lozoya. The trial will resume Monday and could wrap early next week. KSAT will be there the whole time. You can live stream the trial on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and the KSAT YouTube page.
A local organization has set up a fund for people who lost their homes to a fire that destroyed numerous apartments this past Monday and shut down a road on San Antonio's north side. So SAM Ministries, a local nonprofit that works to find permanent supportive housing for unhoused people, is seeking donations to help support over 20 households that were displaced by the fire. The funds will go toward helping those affected replace essential items, transportation, and meet basic needs, while SAM Ministries helps them recover and stabilize their lives. For a link to donate, head to our SAM Ministries tab on our website of KSAT.com.
Just days after putting the state's largest charter school network under conservatorship from misusing public funds, the Texas Education Agency agreed to let the network, IDEA Public Schools, carry out a major expansion. Now, IDEA is allowed to increase student enrollment from 78,000 to more than 90,000 by the 2025-26 school year. Now, the 10 new campuses will be mostly in Fort Worth and the Permian Basin, with 2 near Houston. TEA said in an emailed statement that the new IDEA schools met the requirements in state law to be eligible for expansion and would lead to, quote, improved educational outcomes for students, end quote.
In your morning headlines, there can be as many as 5 generations in the office right now, from new Gen Z to baby boomers, and in some cases, workplace attitudes, they just don't align.
Yeah, CNN's Karen Kafo with how Gen Z workers are taking a stand in their workplaces.
When the House overwhelmingly passed a bill that could ban TikTok in the U.S., its first Gen Z member, Maxwell Frost of Florida, was in the spotlight for his age and his no vote.
Yes, it has to do with young people, but taking a step back, I just think it's bad policy.
Frost is 27 years old. His oldest Democratic colleagues are in their 80s. The leader of his caucus, 53. The House, a high-profile example of 5 generations in a workplace. The silent generation, boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z.
We have more generations in the workplace than ever before because people are living and working longer.
That on its own creates workplace challenges, but multi-generation work expert Lindsay Pollock says the COVID-19 pandemic's disruptions added more layers, especially for Gen Z.
They just don't have that experience of being in some of the situations that maybe older generations might take for granted.
Amid talk of their more casual approach to interviews, even to showing up on time, career strategist Julie Bauke says Gen Z may have other priorities because they have so many career options.
So they are less likely to follow the edicts, the declarations of an employer, because they see work as a collaborative experience, not as a top-down, you tell me what to do, and I do it.
While that might irk coworkers, Bauke says Gen Z workers are taking a firmer stance on work-life balance than older generations.
This has been generationally coming, and it's finally gotten to the point where we have a generation who said, I'm willing to take a stand.
That was CNN's Karen Kafo reporting. Former President Trump will not be getting the support of his former Vice President Mike Pence in the 2024 election. Pence is saying he cannot in good conscience endorse Trump. The former vice president says Trump is pursuing an agenda that is, quote, at odds with the conservative agenda, end quote. Trump and Pence's relationship famously took a nosedive after Trump lost the 2020 presidential election.
A United Airlines flight from California safely arrived in Medford, but a missing panel was discovered after it landed. Officials say after the Boeing 737-800 aircraft was discovered to be missing an external panel at the gate, the tower paused all flights to make sure the runway was clear. This is the 7th safety incident at Boeing in the last 11 days.
Happening today, the San Antonio Municipal Court will be open to help people resolve any outstanding citations without fear of arrest. So it's part of the city's warrant resolution campaign. The court will be open from now until 1 p.m. So if you can't make it in person, the court is also offering virtual sessions Monday through Friday of this week from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Details to sign up for those are on the court's website. The campaign ends this upcoming Friday.
The time now is 9:10 and it is 63 degrees out there.
A new partnership between NASA and Google could help our world's tiger population. Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll tell you about it after the break.
Taking a live look at live cam right now. Again, just a very misty morning out there. There has been some storms that have popped up in our area. We'll check in with Sarah after the break.
NASA and Google Earth are teaming up in an effort to save our endangered tigers of the world.
Conservationists have teamed up with NASA, the European Space Agency, and Google Earth to create a new real-time monitoring system for tiger habitats. It's called Tiger Conservation Landscapes.
Very cool. The mapping system provides countries with tiger populations the information they need to identify priority areas and monitor changes in the habitat and populations. Researchers estimate that this technology could allow the tiger population to increase by 50%. That is amazing. Love to see it. I know that Google Earth, was it Google Earth that you worked with to do that interactive map with the...
Not Google Earth, but I do have an interactive map that I made for the total solar eclipse. So yeah, make sure to check it out. It's on KSAT. I hope for clear skies for the total solar eclipse on April 8th. But right now, we're all hoping for some rain. Take a look at the authority radar right now. You can clearly see where the main area of thunderstorms is south of San Antonio for areas in Atascosa County and in Frio County. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But first, around San Antonio, we are seeing areas of mist and pockets of light rain from Elmendorf all the way out to Palo Alto College, out toward Leon Valley and areas near SeaWorld, even a flash of lightning in southern Bexar County. So you may actually be able to hear some thunder in some places. But yes, right near SeaWorld and right over Lackland, near to Lackland Air Force Base, we've got a moderate rain shower occurring. So this is the kind of rain that we're going to be dealing with today. Some areas of spotty showers, even some thunderstorms, as you can see across areas in southern in central Atascosa County, rather. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lightning just so that we can see this better. Anywhere you see these pockets of purple, that's where we could have some pea-sized hail. So Falls City, Karnes City, pea-sized hail possible for you right now. As I put this in motion, what you'll notice is that it's fairly stationary. It's not really moving all that much. And so I don't think the odds favor this cluster of storms moving into San Antonio, but the energy from this cluster of storms is still present. And so as we head throughout the day today, as we've been saying, today will not be a washout. There will be periods of rain, scattered hit or miss showers and downpours here and there throughout the day today. But the heaviest of the rain is falling in Karnes County right now and in southeastern Atascosa County. Let's zoom out a little bit more and you can see that there's also some storminess up near Austin. Okay, what we're going to talk about here is outside. It is very gloomy. It's in the low 60s around San Antonio, upper 50s in parts of Bernie. We've got areas of mist and fog in addition to the pockets of light rain. Visibility is down to 1.5 miles in New Braunfels, down to less than a mile at the airport, down to 1 mile at Bernie. So even if you're not getting the rain right now, you are experiencing pretty muggy conditions. As we take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, about 40% coverage of showers and a few storms, so definitely not raining all day. 69 degrees at noon, will be close to 70 in the afternoon, a mild and somewhat cool day. And even this evening, another opportunity for some showers and storms. More on that in a bit, but here's a look at the highs. It's going to be cooler up to the north in the hill country with highs in the upper 60s, right near 70 degrees around San Antonio. Take a look at the weather setup. There have been clusters of thunderstorms developing randomly all across the state of Texas. This is one of the difficulties with this forecast, is a cluster of thunderstorms is expected to pop up somewhere around our viewing area, but it's hard to nail down exactly where that's going to happen because each of these clusters of storms, they're pretty much producing their own cold front, their outflow boundaries that then develop more showers and storms. It's all because there's a stationary boundary to our south and an upper level low. So as we look at rain chances over the next 48 hours, we do see a slight bump in the chance for showers and storms late tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll pay attention to that for you. As for our forecast over the next several days, again, another opportunity for rain tomorrow, mainly in the morning, and then we'll have a bit of a cool down next week with highs only in the 60s. So we're going to be tracking the rain on the authority radar. Those folks in Atascosa County, they sure are happy with all the rain they're getting right now. Those of us here in Bexar County, we wish they would share a little bit of that.
Yeah,
just a little.
Come on, guys, share, be nice. No, but really, download the KSAT Weather Authority app if you don't have it. I was checking on it all day yesterday. I was like, the skies look really dark. Are we going to get that rain?
Yeah, and once we found out we were out of the risk for hail, we updated it as soon as we had that update.
Love the app. Way to go, Sarah. Thank you.
Your time now is 9:18 and it is 63 degrees outside.
Amazon has a new sale coming up and Krispy Kreme giving away free donuts this weekend. We'll give you the details next.
In your morning consumer news, Amazon is throwing its first ever big spring sale. The online retailer announced deals up to 50% off on beauty products, sports equipment, clothes, electronics, and more. Exclusive deals will be available to Amazon Prime members. It all starts on Wednesday. Duly noted.
Awesome. And happening today and tomorrow, Krispy Kreme will give a free original donut with green glaze. Ooh, to any customer wearing the color green in honor of St. Patrick's Day. The chain also has a special line of St. Patrick's Day themed donuts. Here's the trick though. You go in for your free green donut and then you have to buy like
The whole dozen. You can't just get one.
And you can't just eat one. You eat one and you're like, I want another one. And then you regret it and feel sick.
Yeah, it's
worth it.
Yeah. Is it?
It's 9:22 and 63 degrees.
A new bridge over New Braunfels is getting a makeover soon. Up next, we'll tell you why this is a special situation for the community. We haven't forgotten his contributions to the civil rights movement.
Excuse me, but a mural honoring the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King has seen better days. A crew removed the painting from its post atop North New Braunfels Avenue Bridge.
And as Katrina Weber shows us, this makes way for new artistic expression.
With plastic barricades, workers began closing off the bridge on North New Braunfels Avenue near I-35. This allowed them to spend all day closing out an era. A sun-bleached painting meant as a tribute to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has spent its last day in the sun.
It was so bright at once, and it's fading, and I'm glad that they're actually doing something to it.
When they put it up, it was bright and beautiful. Had all hands, all colors of hands. It's not like that anymore.
The work crew was the physical embodiment of a social media announcement made by City Councilman Jalen McKee Rodriguez.
Hey everybody, have y'all seen
In a video post, he says he was fulfilling the wishes of his constituents, people calling for a mural makeover.
I told him, I said, what's going on? Why aren't y'all gonna fix this sign?
Kathy Eldridge says she first shared her concerns with the city 6 years ago. The painting, by artists working with an organization called San Anto Cultural Arts, was installed in 1997. Today, the sheets of canvas with the civil rights leader on one side and colorful hands on the other were taken down one at a time. While it's out with the old, it may not be in with the new for some time to come. Whatever artwork replaces this will be decided through a contest.
I'm so used to that. I've been here so long that I guess I wouldn't really want it to change much.
Soon, though, this now empty space will be filled with someone's dream. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Good morning. It's 9:30 on this Saturday morning, March 16th, the last Saturday for most of y'all's spring break.
Oh yeah, my daughter is already like, oh, Mom, I have to go back to school already. It's like, yep, it's
You're like,
over.
Yep, you
Bye. But there is some rain out there, so we do want to check in with Sarah so she can tell us all about it.
That's right, Erica. There is a little bit of rain out there, and hopefully some of this rain could help out our oak situation because oak is high today, past 2,000. Molds are moderate at 820. Hackberry and mulberry are low. Here's a look at the authority radar right now. If you're sitting in San Antonio, it's a bit frustrating because all the healthy rain is south of San Antonio toward Pleasanton and Divine. But as we zoom into the Bexar County area, you can see that some light rain is falling from Helotes all the way through Alamo Heights out to the east. We've also got areas of fog out there this morning. Near Castroville, a good shower occurring. And then take a look at Poteet, Pleasanton, Divine. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. These storms will probably lift up into Bexar County here within the next 30 minutes or so, but the bulk of the storminess is really working its way through Kennedy and Karnes counties. So today's weather is going to be full of hit or miss showers and storms. So it's not going to be raining all day, but there are going to be times of rain. Like outside right now, we've got some light rain, 63 degrees, visibility at a mile. Now, a lot of people have been frustrated because yesterday the rain just didn't fall in many places except for in southeast Bexar County. We have got a chance for showers and storms all weekend long, so keep that in mind. Throughout the first part of the day tomorrow especially, we'll be monitoring the radar carefully. I'll show you the weather setup and why we still have the ingredients for rain out there right now. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police are searching for the person who shot and killed a man on the city's west side. San Antonio police say this happened at the Villas on Springvale. That's an apartment complex near Highway 90 just before 11 last night. Two people got into an argument and the suspect started shooting at the victim, according to police. That man did not survive and that suspect took off. So this is an ongoing investigation. If you have any information, you are asked to call SAPD.
A heartbroken community came together to remember the life of 17-year-old Caitlin Hernandez after she was found dead near her house this week. Last night, friends and family of Caitlin gathered for a vigil at the drainage ditch where her body was located. There were so many tears for the teenager, who family members say loved dogs and her sisters. San Antonio police say Caitlin was strangled and they are still looking for the person who killed her. Caitlin's aunt had a message for that person.
And to the person who did this to her, come forward. Don't let them come for you. They're gonna come get you. Turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. Don't be a coward.
If you know anything that can help police solve this case, please call Crime Stoppers. That number is 210-224-STOP.
In Schertz, police are looking for a 17-year-old boy who has been missing for 3 weeks now. So Julian Flores was last seen leaving his home on February 23rd around 7 p.m. He lives in a neighborhood between Green Valley Road and Cibolo Valley Drive. He was wearing a black hoodie, gray sweatpants, and green tennis shoes. He has brown hair and hazel eyes. Anyone with information on where he might be is asked to call the Schertz Police Department. That number on the bottom of your screen right there, 210-619-1200.
In your Texas headlines, hunting accidents in the state continue to steadily decrease. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department announced in a news release this week that the state recorded a new all-time low number of hunting-related accidents last year. According to the 2023 Texas Hunting Accident Report, the state recorded 10 non-deadly hunting-related accidents and 1 fatality. 1972 is currently the highest year with 30 deadly hunting accidents. Officials credit the state's hunter education program for the decrease in incidents.
New data from the U.S. Census shows that the Austin, Round Rock, San Marcos stretch no longer the country's fastest growing large metropolitan area like it has been for the last 12 years. Now the Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington area, it's taken its place. Estimates from the census show that the metro added more than 50,000 residents between 2022 and 2023.
A street on San Antonio's west side is notorious for accidents involving pedestrians. Now, Zarzamora is the latest focus of the city's Vision Zero project.
So its plan is to eliminate pedestrian deaths. Garrett Berringer talks with the head of the transportation department about what comes next.
With 17 bus routes and 72,000 car trips a day, Zarzamora is a busy street. But that's not enough to keep everyone in the crosswalk.
Some people just wait, but there's other people that just cross it. And there's cars honking and everything. So.
Citywide, San Antonio police say 332 pedestrians have died in crashes since the beginning of 2019. And the city transportation department says last year, 24 pedestrian crashes happened on this 7.5-mile stretch of Zarzamora, from Fredericksburg down to Southwest Military.
Everyone's passing as fast as they can, turning as fast as they can. There's no room to walk. Usually just rushing.
The city hopes a new project will make things at least a little safer. A $4.4 million federal grant with another million and change in local dollars should buy 8 mid-block crosswalks.
So they will have that safe location to cross in the middle of a block.
The city says the crosswalk should look something like this one over on Fredericksburg Road, where a simple push of the button will actually change the light and stop traffic.
It doesn't mean everyone will use them. We saw this woman cross the street about 200 feet from the Fredericksburg crosswalk.
It's hard to change everybody's behavior, but if we can impact one, maybe that leads to the next one.
The money will also be used for safety campaigns, the Zarzamora and 9 other dangerous corridors, focused on changing behavior among walkers, cyclists, and drivers. The city hopes to have all the new crosswalks open in May 2028. Garrett Berringer, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning money news, Texas college students have less than 1 month to meet our state's priority deadline for filling out financial aid applications. This comes after the season of delays and glitches with the new version of the application used nationwide. After months of delays, the Department of Education started sending student financial aid data to colleges across the country. This year, the department redesigned the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, and it hasn't been an easy transition. The director of Incarnate Word's Office of Financial Assistance says when she got the first round of data this week, she couldn't help but smile.
I think I jumped up and stuck my hands up in the air when I got my file yesterday, because it's like, finally, we've got that first big step of I have data, I can see a processed FAFSA.
Some students are still having trouble submitting the form, specifically those with a mixed family status or ones who have parents with a different citizenship or immigration status. If that might be the case for you, we have recommendations to help on KSAT.com.
The Federal Communications Commission cracking down on cable TV junk fees. The FCC said cable and satellite companies will now be required to list all-in prices in billing and marketing materials. That also includes any miscellaneous fees, like those related to sports programming or local broadcast channels. The federal government wants consumers to know upfront exactly how much they'll pay for services. The rule aims to help consumers comparison shop among different providers. It is unclear when this rule will go into effect.
People are still spending, but slightly below expectations. Retail sales rose 0.6% from January to February. That's excluding auto sales, which were up 0.3%. The government also revised January sales, now down more than 1%. Many economists believe people are running out of pandemic savings and are feeling inflation's pinch.
It is 9:39 and 63 degrees.
If you're about to head out the door, there's major closures happening near some of the city's biggest shopping areas. After the break, we'll tell you what roads to avoid and detours you can take.
Taking a look outside with live cam. The story this morning has been mist and light showers in our area. Some severe storms we're in our south viewing area. Those have since that severe warning has since cleared up. Sarah Spivey will break down our forecast when we come back. Okay, we do have some ponding on our roadway, so if you're running errands this weekend or maybe heading to a St. Patrick's Day event, there are some road closures that you should know about.
Traffic Authority RJ Marquez gives us a look at the potential trouble spots.
Well, there's going to be a lot going on in downtown San Antonio, of course, if the weather cooperates. So let's take a look exactly at what we're going to be seeing in terms of some street issues and also some things that are going to be taking place. The biggest two things taking place this weekend, of course, are the St. Patrick's Day River Celebration. That's going to be up by North Presa and La Soya, right there at Mad Dogs. And you can see the river route right here, kind of circling around to the St. Mary's area and also coming up on Soledad. So keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of people there. And if you go a little bit south on South Alamo Street, there's going to be a lot of people at the Tejano Music Awards at Hemisphere. Let's show you some video exactly of the San Antonio River when it gets dyed green. Of course, this has become a pretty cool annual event across the city of San Antonio, and there are thousands of people that make it out there for all the fun and festivities out there for St. Patrick's Day. So again, a lot of people expected to be in this area. As we come back out to our maps here real quick, want to show you real quick one more time. This is the route there for the river, starting there at North Presa and La Soya, but we also want to let you know about some street garages, some city street garages that are going to be available. The Houston Street Garage, that's one option. The Convention Center Garage and the Alamo lot. Those are all city-owned parking lots. Now, this is not all that's taking place there. The Majestic is also going to have an event there this weekend, as well as the Lila Cockrell Theater and the Tobin Center. So be safe and make sure to plan ahead.
Sarah, just checked my camera. It alerted me that there's not a car in my driveway. It's actually raining.
Yeah,
Yay!
There's some rain across San Antonio right now. Mainly it's light at the moment, but we're seeing a cluster of showers start to move up into Bexar County. This will not be rain for everybody, but at least parts of San Antonio are going to be seeing some good rainfall here on the Authority radar. We'll go ahead and put a pause on this. You can see as we zoom in to Bexar County, starting to see some of the cluster of storms push into southern and eastern Bexar County. Let's zoom in on some neighborhoods that are getting some good rain right now. Von Army, out toward McDonough, out toward Castroville. Light rain falling though in Kirby, Alamo Heights, and at the airport. Light rain for Schertz and Lavernia. We've got some more moderate rain though further south. So take a look at this cluster of storms that is very slowly pushing north and east. It looks like it's going to move through at least parts of Bexar County. Let me circle the areas that I believe will have the best chance for rain here just within the next, I would say, hour and a half. So it's going to be these areas right here that have the best chance for rain within the next hour, hour and a half. Notice, unfortunately, extreme northwestern Bexar County kind of out of the mix when it comes to these storms. We will, however, keep you posted. And again, this is just one round of showers and storms. We have the potential for rain throughout the weekend. So if you don't get any rain with this round of showers and storms, we have the potential later on. So do not cancel your outdoor plans today, but just know that you'll want to carry the umbrella with you. Plenty of lightning here, especially for the storm that's moving through Devine. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. I think Devine, Natalia, there could be some very small pea-sized hail with this storm as it's moving northeast. It's moving northeast at about 20-25 miles per hour, so it could be in the southwestern corner of Bexar County by 10:20 this morning. Again, notice how spotty these are. There's plenty of space in between these showers and storms, so not everybody going to be seeing rain all at once. It will come in rounds, hit or miss showers and storms. Turning off the lightning so that you can see this cluster a little bit better, and I'll put it in motion here. So again, you can see areas through Bexar County just south of 1604 here, I think, have the better opportunity for rain within the next 2 hours or so. That includes areas like Alamo Heights, downtown San Antonio. All of those areas have a decent chance for showers and storms this morning, and all of us have an okay chance for showers and storms throughout the weekend. Here's a look across the state of Texas. One of the reasons why the forecast has been a little tricky over the last few days is because of the weather setup we've got. We've got clusters of showers and storms developing almost at random across the state of Texas. So it's difficult to nail down exact locations. All we know is that the ingredients are there for hit or miss showers and storms. We've got a stationary boundary to our south that allows a little bit of lift. Take a look down toward the Rio Grande Valley. You can see additional storms developing down there. So we've got that stationary boundary. We've also got this potent upper level low that's sending rounds of energy our way as well. So we will be watching the radar very closely, not only throughout the day today, but also tonight. A good chance for some storms tonight. And then tomorrow, our rain chance continues, especially in the morning. Things dry out by Sunday afternoon for us. Outside right now, even if you're not getting the rain, it's cool. It's 63 in San Antonio, 64 and misty in New Braunfels, 63 in Hondo, and we do have visibility less than a mile in many places because of areas of mist, some light rain, some fog. Visibility down to a mile in Bernie, down to a mile and a half in New Braunfels, down to less than a mile in Pleasanton where it's raining, and down to less than a mile and a half in Castroville. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. About 40% chance at any given hour today to see showers and storms. A few rumbles of thunder possible as well, although I think our severe weather threat has diminished pretty significantly this morning. 70 degrees for the high temperature in San Antonio, and we'll see another opportunity for rain overnight tonight. It's only going to be in the upper 60s in the hill country. It'll be closer to 80 degrees down near Corpus Christi. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast after tomorrow's opportunity for rain, we'll see quieter weather Monday and Tuesday. Highs are only going to be in the 60s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And coming up in the forecast, I've got an updated look at the pollen count. And of course, we'll take a look at where those storms are on the authority radar.
So have an umbrella handy.
That's great advice, I would say, yeah. And the radar on the weather app as well.
Helped me yesterday. Thank you, Sarah. It's 9:50 and 64 degrees.
Everyone is feeling the burden from inflation, and with no end in sight, many people are turning to programs for help. Up next, we'll explain how an organization is helping families here in the Alamo City.
Welcome back. As inflation continues to rock families across the country, many women are turning to the government program for help with pregnancy and feeding their children.
The Women, Infants, and Children Program, or WIC, has served more people over the last year, and Courtney Freeman wanted to know how they're handling and affording it.
We were struggling to make ends meet and just barely having enough for groceries.
Christy Martinez says their hardship started during the pandemic.
I don't think it's ever really been the same. Like my husband, his hours were cut.
Then as food prices soared, life with their 2 little ones became unaffordable. So about 6 months ago, they turned to the government program WIC, short for Women, Infants, and Children.
The WIC program offers nutrition education, breastfeeding support, and we also offer food benefits.
Those benefits marked at grocery stores, like this little pink tab that says WIC approved item.
When you go to the stores, you see the cost of prices.
San Antonio's WIC program assistant manager Maggie Saldana says the number of families needing services has skyrocketed. We requested Metro Health numbers comparing participants over the last fiscal year. Every month saw an increase of at least 1,000 people, some months up to 3,000 more. They haven't had to turn anyone away, but the same size staff is handling a larger workload, thankfully with a little help from technology.
Clients are able to complete part of the program remotely. So virtually they can upload their benefits.
The federal government provides the WIC funding and the state distributes it to over 500 WIC clinics across Texas. Recently proposed cuts to WIC funding have threatened the program, but just this past Friday, a federal bipartisan package passed that included over $7 billion for WIC, covering the spike in participants like Martinez.
It's such a relief to know that my baby can have formula and my other daughter can have all the fruit that she likes. They're getting all the nutrients that they need.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Well, March is National Nutrition Month, so WIC is making sure the public knows they also have their own dietitians who can provide in-depth counseling for children who are underweight or overweight or at risk for diabetes. We have their contact information on our website, ksat.com. It is 9:55 and 63 degrees.
Let's take a look at those lotto numbers. The pick 3 is 3, 5, 5, and 9. And then your daily 4, 4, 2, 1, 9. Fireball is 4.
Little pitbull action. All right, cash 5, 1, 2, 19, 30, 31 Mega Millions. We did not have a winner. The jackpot at $875 million. 13, 25, 50, 51, 66, Mega Ball 6, Mega Plier 5. Good luck.